We like to think that at TherapySouth there is something special about us, and I think it's evidenced in the things we hear. Most people, when they walk in, somebody's going to say their name. All the therapists will know the different patients, not just their own patients.
We feel like the care the patients receive starts the moment they walk in the door. When you're spending a solid hour with somebody, you're going to talk about stuff. You're going to learn about their family members. Then we go to the grocery store and we pass 5 or 6 patients on the aisle at Publix. It's great.
There's a joy to coming to work, not just because you enjoy the profession, because you do, but it really has a family feel to it. Oftentimes patients will come in and say that just being here is uplifting. It's difficult to discharge them because they don't want to come just for the physical. They've developed relationships, and this is one of the joys of their week.
Not all of them. Some of them are glad that they're finished, but a lot of them will say, "Oh, I don't want to quit coming."
I literally go all day and not sit down, and I love that. To me, that's what family does. We support each other, and it's safe.
You know, you're learning different skills, you're trying different things, you're adaptable. You know, you get into this line of work because you love helping people. I think that's what kind of makes it fun.
It's not just the learning how to treat low back pain or learning how to treat a post-op rotator cuff. It's learning how to treat people.
And people just, they want to open up, and it's not always physical. What I say I do is I'm a physical therapist, but my profession now is not just a job, it's a ministry.
It's unusual for us to have a patient come in and they say, "Wow, you're the 4th therapist I've seen in my lifetime. And this is the first exposure I've had to what physical therapy, I think, is really supposed to be."
Therapy is very personal. You know, when you're spending a solid hour with somebody, you're going to talk about stuff. You're going to learn about their family members.
And you get to know people very well. You get to know what their interests are. People appreciate that we kind of gear their rehab towards what they want to do.
Are you comfortable? I'm gonna put a little something underneath your leg. My dad he passed away, but he had a condition called Lewy body, which it's not Parkinson's per se, but it has Parkinsonism. That is kind of what led me into wanting to work with neurological populations. I was very honest in my interview with them. This is something I'm looking to do. I really am passionate about this. This team here cares about me as a person and allows me to bring my person to work, not just my skill or my knowledge.
I was really interested in doing some manual therapy, and Sandy really took the time, and we practiced on each other back and forth.
None of us think we know it all. So every time somebody new comes in, everybody's eager to learn from what the new person might bring to the table.
We're just interested in learning and getting better, just as a company.
We put a lot of emphasis in our practice on education. We have a organized mentor program the first year that they work in our practice to become a specialist in the area of physical therapy that they've identified.
I think TherapySouth is really good about taking in people freshly out of school and investing into them as clinicians. They really do encourage us, if you're passionate about something, go after it, and our company will support you in that.
It's not just clocking in, clocking out. You think about the patients, you want the best for them, you pray for them.
When we started the practice, we made faith the foundation of what we would do.
Faith is the central core value. It's in the middle of our core values board.
I think most of us here feel like therapy was a calling for us. It was a way for us to use the talents that God gave us. I'm just so fortunate to have found the place to be able to do that.
Trying to embody what Jesus did of meeting physical need, but then not wanting to neglect the bigger spiritual need.
You don't go into our profession to make a lot of money, to get rich. You go into it really for sort of altruistic intentions to just help impact the communities that we live in. And it's tangible evidence of our core values. And it's something that we aren't just talking about those core values, we're living those out. We don't want to get bigger just to be bigger. We grow by people, not by place. What is important to me and what I do get excited about is knowing that as we grow, we're impacting that many lives through the business model that we have.